Political parties are like that friend who organizes everything. They're the ones who throw the big election party. Sure, they can be a little messy, but imagine democracy without them. It would be chaos. Parties simplify our choices. They gather people with similar ideas under one big tent. This makes it easier for voters to understand what they're voting for. Think of it like choosing a pizza topping. You've got your pepperoni lovers, your veggie fans, and your pineapple people. Parties are like those labels on the pizza boxes. They tell you what you're getting. Now imagine walking into a pizza place with 100 different toppings and no labels. Overwhelming, right? That's what an election without parties would feel like. You'd have tons of individual candidates with different ideas, and it would be impossible to make an informed decision. Parties also help to keep things running smoothly once the election is over. They provide a framework for the government. This means they help to turn all those ideas into actual laws and policies. Without them, it would be much harder to get things done. Let's say we ditch the parties and let everyone run as an independent. Sounds fun, right? Like a free-for-all in the political arena. But here's the thing. Elections without parties can get messy, really messy. First off, it would be tough for voters to figure out who to support. Imagine researching the stances of hundreds of individual candidates. It would be like trying to read a dictionary to find the definition of one word. Exhausting. Second, without parties to back them, independent candidates would have a much harder time getting their message out there. Parties have the resources and the organization to run big national campaigns. Independents would be left scrambling for scraps. Third, a government made up entirely of independents would be incredibly difficult to manage. With no shared ideology or platform to unite them, it would be nearly impossible to get anything done. It would be like trying to herd cats. In short, while the idea of ditching parties might sound appealing at first, the reality is that it would likely lead to a very dysfunctional democracy. One of the most important roles of political parties is to provide opposition. Think of it like a game of soccer. You need two teams for a real match, right? The same goes for democracy. The party in power gets to run the show, but the opposition is there to keep them in check. The opposition acts like a watchdog, barking loudly if they see something fishy going on. They scrutinize the government's every move, point out their flaws, and offer alternative solutions. This constant pressure ensures that the party in power doesn't get too comfortable and start taking advantage of their position. Without a strong opposition, the party in power could easily become complacent and even corrupt. They might start making decisions that benefit themselves rather than the people they are supposed to represent. A healthy democracy needs that constant back and forth, that tension between the government and the opposition to keep things in balance. Political parties have been around for centuries, but they're not stuck in the past. They're constantly evolving to keep up with the times. Today's parties face a whole new set of challenges, from the rise of social media to the growing influence of big money in politics. One of the biggest challenges for parties is staying relevant to young people. In many democracies, young voters are increasingly disillusioned with traditional parties. They see them as out of touch and unresponsive to their concerns. Parties need to find new ways to connect with young people and convince them that their voices matter. Another challenge is adapting to the digital age. Social media has changed the way we consume information and interact with the world around us. Parties need to find new ways to use these platforms to reach voters and get their message across. The good news is that parties are capable of change. They've adapted to challenges in the past and they can do it again. The future of democracy depends on it. So next time you're tempted to complain about political parties, remember that they play a vital role in making democracy work. They might not be perfect, but they're a whole lot better than the alternative.